Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am jeffgrantMEDIA. In today's real user review, we will take a look at the Flint and Tinder Quilt Waxed Shirt Jacket. Now, Huckberry did send me this as a sample for review, but all the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with Huckberry prior to publication. They will see this when you do. In addition to that, there is an affiliate link in the description box down below. If you're considering buying this shirt jacket or any other product from Huckberry, please consider using that link. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but I do get a small percentage of that sale kicked back to me. Now the money goes back into the channel, helping me produce more content so consumers can make informed purchasing decisions. Okay, so we are now a couple of weeks into testing the Quilt Wax shirt jacket. And to be honest, I didn't expect to be testing this one out first. I thought I'd be doing the Bighorn first, but our temperatures have dropped. We have seen some very low 30s, like 31, 32 degrees, especially in the mornings when I'm walking the dog. So instead of the just over shirt, I've been wearing the Quilt lined insulated version because I have been staying nice and toasty warm while me and Duke the dog have been taking our morning walks at like 4:30 a.m. So this has been very, very handy for me. So I have now, again, been testing this for several weeks now, and right off the top, just like all of the Flint and Tinder gear, this has been high quality, and we have had some, not rainy, but some very foggy, like damp mornings, and this has been great. A little bit of wind, and this has kept the wind from cutting me to the bone and keeping me chilly cold, especially since my body is not used to 30-degree temperature yet, and right now, today, it's like 80 degrees. I probably picked the worst day to be wearing an insulated jacket outside doing a review because, yeah, it's been in the 30s for the past like 2 weeks, and then today it's like 80 degrees out. So yeah, NEPA weather. Anyway, it's been a great piece of gear for me to be wearing in the early mornings. So let's do a few of the specs and features of the jacket. The Flint and Tinder Quilt Wax shirt jacket comes in at $288 USD. It is available in brown, dark forest, and gray. It is made from a British Milleraine Tech Wax Evolution 6 fabric. It features 40 grams of Primaloft insulation. The liner is 100% Japanese polyester. This jacket is made in Indonesia. And for a point of reference, I am 5'9", roughly 175 to 180 pounds, and I'm wearing a size large. It features 2 chest pockets, 2 lined snap closure hand pockets, 1 interior zipper pocket, 1 interior liner pocket, a chambray lined collar and cuffs, and a diamond quilt pattern throughout. So let's talk about this diamond quilt pattern first. There is a very good reason that we have a diamond quilt pattern. Because this has Primaloft insulation in it, think of it, it is a synthetic down insulation. Now what that does is if you don't have this diamond pattern in the jacket, all of that insulation is going to sink to the bottom of the jacket. So what you're going to have is all along the bottom of this jacket, you're just going to have all your insulation puffed up down here. That's not going to do you any good because there's going to be no insulation throughout the chest, throughout the arms, throughout the body. It's all going to sink to the bottom. So these diamonds, what they do is they create little pockets for that loft insulation to sit there so it doesn't all sink to the bottom, so your insulation stays throughout the jacket where you need it. And I can say, having had other jackets, other down jackets with Primaloft it's great. It's like the gold standard for synthetic insulation. I absolutely love it. I prefer to have Primaloft over down insulation, and the reason is once down insulation gets wet, it compacts. Synthetic, once it gets wet, it will still hold its loft, therefore still giving you warmth. So when down insulation gets wet, it's going to sink, it's going to get heavy, and you're going to lose all of the insulating qualities of it. If the synthetic gets wet, it's going to lose some of that insulating quality, but it is still going to have some loft to it, and it's still going to retain some of that insulating qualities. So I prefer synthetic over down because it may not be warmer per gram, but it's going to continue to give you insulating qualities even when wet. And that is exactly what this jacket has. So how did I wear the quilt lined shirt jacket? Well, as I said earlier, I wore it on my dog walks with Duke early in the morning. That's the first time I started wearing this. A little windy, kind of foggy, a little mist in the air, chilly. I was putting this on to help cut that chill with the 40 grams of insulation. The wax layer was helping to keep that wind from cutting through to my bones because my body is not used to 30-degree weather yet. And I continued to wear it to work as the mornings, those cold mornings stretched into cold early mornings to cold afternoons. I was wearing this to work as well. I'm also a dance dad, so Monday nights, Tuesday nights, I'm going to dance class, and I was throwing this on because coming out of dance class, it was getting cold again. And then I also took this for an extra layer on a long weekend that we went away to upstate New York. Funnily enough though, in upstate New York, it was like 15, 20 degrees warmer that night than it was here in Northeast Pennsylvania. It was like, I think like high 40s, low 50s here, and it was like 62 degrees in upstate New York. So I ended up not actually wearing this on that trip because I didn't need it. I just was warm enough with like a t-shirt and a denim jacket. But I've been wearing it to work, wearing it out running errands, and I did take it as a layer on a trip that I did not end up wearing it. Where do I think you can wear the Quilt line shirt jacket? I mean, it's a pretty casual look. It's wax. Wax does actually fit in quite a bit of scenarios. So you can wear this in the city. You're not gonna stand out if you're walking around New York City or walking around Philadelphia. Those are the two cities that I live in between. So those are the two major cities that I go to a couple of times a year. You can wear this out on the ranch. You know, I can wear this, I'm in the woods right now. It's kind of why I'm filming this in the woods. I can wear this out. I would wear this on a fall hike if we weren't going on a very long hike, you know, 3 miles or so. This is something that I would put on, especially if there's a little nip in the air, maybe a little rain in the air. This is gonna help keep me dry, keep me warm, keep me comfortable. So I can wear this from the city out to the trail, and I would still fit in with no problems at all. I think this is a very good jacket to wear in a wide variety of situations, as long as you're wearing casual wear. But now for the cons. And really the only con I have are the hand warmer pockets. They're on the side seam, so I feel like sometimes a little awkward trying to get to it. When I'm walking around, I'm just trying to get my hands in my pockets. I have to make this wide gesture, I feel, to find them. And I don't find it's very comfortable to stand here with my hands in my pockets. There is a little bit of stress on the front of my wrist, like right here, because the cuff is kind of pushing into my wrist because they're so far out to the sides. Now, the pros of the side pockets are you get a much cleaner look on the jacket. There's no pockets on the front of the jacket. It does have a nice clean line. The pockets blend in with the side seam, so you don't even know they're there. So you can, I guess, easily throw your keys into your pocket, or your hat that I don't need because it's almost 80 degrees out here right now, into my pocket, as well as the snaps, so I can secure them, and they're kind of just, everything's tucked away. In addition, these are actually quite deep pockets. So like I am all the way from the side of the jacket to almost the seam where the buttons are, where the snap buttons are. So that is a very, very deep pocket. I can fit a lot in there. I mean, not like a skull cap takes up a lot of room, but a skull cap, it's kind of bulky, so that does take up quite a bit of space, but I can fit that in my pocket, and I can still fit my hands in there comfortably. I can still fit more stuff in that pocket. And these are lined pockets, so they're quite cozy, but the placement of them is not ideal, at least for me. I don't really like side pockets, not just on this shirt jacket, on basically any outer garment. I don't like side pockets. And I don't mind the look of the front patch pockets on the Quilt line vest or the front pockets on the Bighorn. Actually, I really like the Bighorn. I like that like half moon design on the pockets that the Bighorn has. But really, that's it. The location of the pockets is the only con that I see to this shirt jacket. I just wish that they were on the front instead of on the side. Again, yes, it is a cleaner look, but I don't mind the look of pockets on the front of the jacket. I find it's more convenient and more comfortable to wear. But other than that, this jacket is incredibly comfortable to wear. Again, I've been wearing this for several weeks now. I'm saying my temperature ranges comfortably. I've been wearing this, I think it was like 31 or 32, and well, right now it's like nearly 80 degrees out, so not necessarily weather to be wearing it right now, but I've worn this probably from like the low 30s to like the mid 60s comfortably fine. Other than that, I'm gonna wanna probably go with just a heavier shirt or a denim jacket, or maybe something like the Bighorn that is unlined if I just need a layer, especially if it's a little sloppy outside, but it's not that cool. The Bighorn would be a great option just because there's no lining, no insulation in that. It's just a wax jacket with lined sleeves, or a waxed shirt with lined sleeves. There's no insulation on that like there is in here. But you have 40 grams of Primaloft insulation. Now, Primaloft is, again, the gold standard of synthetic down insulation. Now, that is what a lot of companies use, like Patagonia, their nano puffs, Primaloft insulation. They use 60 grams, this is 40 grams, so it's not going to be as warm as a nano puff, but it's pretty close. And I have worn those nano puffs down to some pretty cold temperatures, so I probably could go comfortably below 30, probably down into the mid-20s with this and say a flannel or something underneath, or a vest underneath, like my Relwyn WenZip vest underneath this, and I'd probably be comfortable. But it's durable materials, this British Millerain. I've had this in plenty of other wax jackets. This is a very good, very durable material. British Millerain, again, is like the gold standard for wax canvas. They've been doing it, I think, for like 6 generations, like 150 years or more, have been making wax canvas, and it's a phenomenal material. It's comfortable material, it's durable. The liner, even though it is a polyester liner, it is comfortable. It's a very soft, it almost has a silky feel to it. But do I think the Quilt waxed shirt jacket is worth $288? And yeah, I do. I think the materials that I got into this, the quality of this jacket, it's top notch. Yes, it is made in Indonesia. And yes, you can get the Flint and Tinder wax trucker jacket for $298. For like $10 more, you can get the USA made waxed wax trucker jacket, but that might not be your style. Yes, it's one of my favorite jackets. It's one of Huckberry's best-selling items, but it's not for everyone. This is a more oversized, a little bit boxier cut. It has a different type of insulation. It does have Primaloft insulation, which is gold standard again for synthetic insulations. It does have a nylon liner, a poly liner, which people do not like poly liners. I've gotten a lot of comments recently on both this and on the Bighorn because they use poly liners in them, and honestly, I don't have a problem with poly liners. Again, I will go back to Patagonia. The Nano Puff is nearly $300. That is a poly shell and a poly liner, and you're paying $300 for that. This is a little bit cheaper, and you'll get a poly liner, but a British Millerain waxed shell. So yes, I am fine with poly. I have several puffer jackets that are poly, front and outers and insides, and I am completely fine with them. It is a durable fabric. It is not, just because you see polyester, it does not mean that it is a low-grade fabric. This is 100% Japanese polyester. It is super soft. It is very silky smooth. So I have no problems with the poly liner on the jacket. And because this does have down insulation, you do need to have some sort of liner to hold that down between your wax shell and the inside of the jacket. Otherwise, then it's just an overshirt instead of an insulated quilted waxed shirt jacket. But I do think that the Flint and Tinder Quilt Line wax shirt jacket is worth $288. This thing has been a pleasure to wear. You can see right now I am, again, wearing this over a mid-weight flannel shirt. This is the Flint and Tinder Jackson shirt, which again, probably not the best clothing choice for today, but I didn't expect it to be this warm when I left the house this morning. It was a little bit warmer, but I didn't think it was gonna get this hot. So pardon me if I start to sweat. It's quite warm out here right now. But I'm very satisfied with the Flint Tinder Quilt shirt jacket. This has been great. It's incredibly comfortable to wear. This has been my go-to morning dog walking jacket, and it's probably going to continue to be so until we get some of those really low, like 10, 12 degree temperatures. And we do get some single degree temperatures here, not as frequently, but we still get kind of that cold. But I'll probably be wearing this at least as a shell layer on top of maybe some other clothes as we dip down into the mid-20s. So I'm very comfortable with this. I'm very happy with this. The quality is top notch. It is what I've come to know and come to expect from Flint and Tinder. Again, I have had a lot of Flint and Tinder gear, and I have not had any issues with it. Everything has been incredibly durable, incredibly comfortable, and it is all still in my wardrobe. Nothing has worn out even after several years of use. So if you're looking at the Flint and Tinder Quilt Line wax shirt jacket, I say snag one. This is a great shirt jacket. It's a great overshirt. It's a great outer layer. I'm very pleased with it. I'm very happy with it. And it has been keeping me comfortable and warm, even in almost 80-degree temperature. So with that, if you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.